visitor. It has been so long since one of your kind has walked in this grove. I mean one from the land, your kind. But why have you come here? A curious thing for Kith to want. Even one as special as you. It belonged to one who tended this grove for longer than I have been here. Sickness changed them, as it has recently changed so many creatures in these woods. It no longer recognized us as their kin. We had to stop them before their madness damaged the land. When we become enemies of the land, it goes against our nature. We had no choice. But it is over now. All that remains is their heart. Our kind has no need for such remembrances. It would cause us no pain to part with it. But wait. No. No! So many dead. So many of my kin are dead by your hand. I see. The wilds can be dangerous for your kind. Take it, and go in peace.
I can't believe you pulled that off. Now, let's get out of here before she notices my wood pistol grip. That looks like a piece of the thing you were fiddling with at camp. don't!
Sit!
Not looking for...
Sick!
That's all of them.
Quiet as the depths.
Envoy? Well, that was interesting, right? The woman arguing about the crops failing? Standing up for what you believe against authority. I can respect that. Of course, my method would have been run away under the cover of night, never to return, but yeah, this works for her. I don't know. In my experience, it's always the snake you don't see that bites you. Anyway, there's clearly more going on here than a bunch of animancers sitting in dusty labs doing whatever they do all day. Beyond that, nah, I can't help you. Call me when you're back to facing real danger. Right, changing the subject. Ask away. I'm surprised at how much more deadly it is than it used to be. Hunting was great here, and there were edible plants everywhere. That's all still true, but I never used to worry about being strangled by a wild root while I sleep. Still, the challenge keeps things interesting, right? You earn every breath out here. I get a weird feeling when I get close to Lake Lacuna. Like there's something there that shouldn't be. Let's see. Less urgency for shelter here. You can find shrubs to block the wind or tree cover to protect from rain. There's also plenty of food around too, if you know where to look. Rule of thumb, if it's red, don't eat it. Or if it makes you itch. There's also just about any kind of game you can imagine. Just make sure whatever you catch doesn't have mushrooms growing out of its face. Oh, and be careful when you leave the roads. You never know when that deer you killed was some Delimgon's favorite pet. I get a weird feeling when I get close to Lake Lacuna. Like there's something there that shouldn't be. Right, changing the subject. You too.
Oh, hey there. Something on your mind? It just took me back. Something about her reminded me of old times, war stories. And I've seen shades of that before. The meek trooper who develops a taste for killing. Now, the part that stuck with me was what she said about watching her partner turn. Seeing someone you know, someone close to you, beyond help like that. I just want to know, you were careful when you told her about Adelaro. Why? Beyond understanding? She may have thought we were all fish, but she knew enough to ask about him. You know, the tragedy of the Dream Scourge isn't the fungal trappings we all get. It's the lives it upends, the bonds it breaks. I almost forgot you don't need a soul-altering disease for that. Sorry, I'm gonna need a moment.
Envoy? Right, changing the subject. Ask away. Same one you are. What kind of blessed question is that? Oh, huh, I see. I sometimes use Lember without really thinking about it. That's what you mean, right? Right. I hear Pargrunen all over the world speak it. I only know what I learned in Solace. I barely realize I'm doing it anymore. If you want to learn Lember, you'll have to spend time in Solace. And that's not going to happen anytime blessed soon. Ha, right. Something like that. I'm sure you'll pick it up as we travel. It's not that blessed difficult. Well, I'm one of the very few people who spends most of their time out in the wilds and haven't gotten themselves killed yet. I know the difference between hay-bleed toxin and high-tox bloom, which is something you should be really thankful for. And you know the Balrog and the Grinning Balrog? No, but I am one of the few who have seen a Balrog and lived. Mostly because I had the brains to run the Dragu out of there. The key is survival. I understand that, and a lot of people don't. And that's why they're dead, and I'm still here. We're gonna get you where you're going, Envoy. Alive and with as few blithe-tail bites as possible. That, more or less, is all you need to know about me. Oh, you noticed. I don't know. I've heard stories all my life about the gods and magic, and they never seem to do any good for anyone. Right, sure. But from what I've seen, it mostly causes problems. Magic gives a lot of power to some people and leaves others helpless. And animancy? Don't get me started on messing with other people's souls. That's just not right. Just Pargrunan wilderness lore, developed over the centuries in Solace. Tricks, traps, gadgets, nothing more. But hey, if people want to think it's magic, then go ahead. I'm not gonna bend over backward just to seem internally consistent. Almost all of them. Andra pulling down the moon to destroy civilization. The Godhammer bomb. All that stuff down in the Deadfire. No one as fickle as those gods seem to be should ever be put in charge of reincarnation, I tell you that. Somebody who was a prophet of Aethys decided to start a holy war. To stop him, his enemies built a giant bomb that could kill a god. Stories say the goddess Magrin helped them build it. Sounds about right to me. Anyway, the bomb went off and killed a lot of people. People who wouldn't have died if gods hadn't decided to bicker about. Basically, the goddess Andra wanted a civilization dead, so she pulled down the moon to do it. They say Abidan shattered the moon to save the people, and then threw himself in the way of the largest shard. And for his interference, Andra built Abidan a statue as a tribute. Makes no sense at all. Yes, agree to disagree. Spoken like a true envoy. Right, sure. But from what I've seen, it mostly causes problems. Magic gives a lot of power to some people, and animancy? Almost all. No one is. Right. More trouble than they're worth, if you ask me. Well, you asked, I answered. Feel free to cast all the spells and cry out to whatever gods you like. I won't stop you. Just don't expect me to join in. Right, changing the subject. Pleasant dreams. I don't know what this thing is, but it's giving off power like... Another fragment in. This thing's just getting warmed up.
You know, I've heard dueling is popular in the Valian republics. You wouldn't think a public argument could feel as brutal, but I'll be damned if Giada didn't draw blood. I wish I could say the same. Living Landers can be contrarian and combative. That's what sends a lot of us here in the first place. But it's still hard to swim against the tide with your own people, especially when it means getting them to face a hard truth. You seem to have turned out okay. You and Giada, come to think of it. She knows who she is and what she believes. She's got more clarity and conviction than I had at her age.
She has more clarity than you have now.
Hey, I am a willing victim of my own delusions.
Sometimes that just makes it easier.
Hey, don't worry. We're talking about Giada's situation.
Right. Like, what did you think I was talking about?
Anyway, this can't be an easy time for Giada, but I'm glad to have her on our side.
The Adra stirs, a crackle of light in a withered field. We had not considered this. Mundane, a lifetime lived in silence. We forget this. We wilch, we gnaw with hunger now. What has come of this place? A pack without a leader, a crown upon a shaking cub. We feel them. They bend and hone the essence of the earth. They draw from our veins like a well. What are these rituals? Eons have passed. We do not recognize these strange machines. The harvest grows, the dead rise. What do they hope to achieve? Touch the flame and see. They build walls in their hearts. Why do they not share what they make? The hound cannot recognize itself. It growls at its own reflection. Should we fear it too? A leaping horse, a bridle for that which cannot be tamed. We have learned much. Dream of soaring wings in your repose.
Try a better weapon.
Nice job, everyone.
Unseen, unheard.
Stand down!
Another win. But who's counting?
Quiet, Nimdut.
Get them!
I could use some help in here.
One moment.
Many thanks, my friends. Much as I hate to say it, there is no way I could have fought past those bastards on my own. Name's Veran. I'd love to stay and give proper thanks, but Ranger Asierno needs my report. I came here with Ranger Casagrada to scout this area out. Oh, we got a tip that a force of bandits was gathering at this old homestead. One of us must have stepped on a twig because they spotted us right away. When I squared off, Casagrada ran the other way. Said he was going to grab Dorso for backup. You're telling me, not only did you save my skin, but you also shut down whatever these bandits were doing here. After Casagrada left, several more bandits joined the fight. They overwhelmed me and took me hostage. I overheard them talking about meeting someone next to a root-strangled tree with a view of the town. They seemed to think their contact was one of the rangers. But that would make that ranger a traitor. Oh, I seriously doubt it. Casagrada is a bright enough kid, but he doesn't have the capacity to conspire. I'd bet my life that Casagrada isn't a traitor. Just a coward. See, that's the damnedest thing. I don't know. The bandits have it worse than we do. That's why they are bandits. So they have nothing to offer. With the way trade has dried up, there is no one else here. No Thirdborners, no Paradisans, and certainly no Wardens from Solace. There is just monsters. And you. Maybe so. Well, thanks again for looking out. If you're in the area, go see Captain Asier.
I'm not